Model-driven apps are apps that are built over our Dataverse tables. They make use of the views and forms and columns that we've been working with. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a model-driven app using the jobs table. So let's move over to a demonstration. I'm in my Learning Hub and I'm going to select Start Experimenting. Before I build my app, I'm first of all going to create a solution container for my app. Select Solutions, New Solution. I'm going to call it Month End Jobs. Select the publisher. I'm going to use the CDS default publisher. Select that and select Create. This is just a container for my app. As you can see, it is empty at the moment. I'm going to select New, App, Model Driven App. I'm calling the app Jobs Model Driven, and the description is an app with tables relating to month-end jobs. Select Create. The app is empty at this stage, and I'm going to add one new page in. New page, it's a Dataverse page. I'm going to search for my jobs table. Select the search and type in jobs. I'm going to select the job table and then select Add. I'm going to change how it would appear on a desktop. I'm happy with this. I'm going to select Save and then Publish. I can either select Play on the top right, or I can select Back, which will show me the objects within my solution. I'm going to select the apps, so I only see my apps, and then select the three dots and then Play. At this point, we don't have any jobs, and so all of our views will be empty. We only have two views, active jobs and inactive jobs. I can select New, and this will navigate me to the form associated with the jobs table. I've added the job name and the detail for this record, and I'm going to select the due date. I'm going to add a due date of the 5th of January. And at this point, I can save and close. And that is the basics of building a model-driven app. I'm now going to add some additional records into my data model. I'm going to select Edit Columns, Add Columns, and I want to see the detail for this, and then select Close, then Apply. Now I'm going to select the three dots, and then by Export to Excel, I'm going to select Open in Excel Online. And from a separate resource, I'm going to paste in the name of the job. I'm going to open my Power Platform jobs data spreadsheet. I'm going to copy the data in the job column. I'm going to return to Dataverse. I'm going to right click in the job name and then I'm going to paste. I'm going to return back to the spreadsheet. And then in the detail area, I'm going to select all of these, copy, return to Dataverse, and in the detail, I'm going to paste the details here. On the due date, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to drag all of this down. And for the is complete, I'm going to make some of them yes and some of them no. First of all, I'm going to make them all no. And I'm going to select yes for one of them. Then I can copy that and then paste it down for a number of them. Paste that in and then select Save. The data has been submitted for import. I'm going to select Track Progress. And we can see that it's attempting to import 62 records. If I select Refresh, it will go through a series of stages before reaching completion. The data has successfully imported. I can select the X to close out and then refresh my data. And if I wish, I can now filter on my incomplete jobs. Filter by equals, and then say no. Then apply. If we wish to go into one of these records and see the form, we can select that. And if we think that job is complete, we can select yes. And we can also update the completion date time. Save and close. That brings us to an end of this demonstration on how to build a model-driven Power App to interact with jobs. We first navigated to our Dataverse environment. We created a solution. We created an app within our solution, and then we introduced the jobs table into our app. We then saw how easy it was to interact with a model-driven app and add data to that app. Model-driven apps are used by some of the largest organizations in the world to manage their most important transactions and are capable of working with data models with hundreds of tables and millions of transactions. So I hope you're as excited as I am to be working with them. See you in the next video.